He thought he was untouchable, just a faceless creep online, hiding behind a screen name and a fake smile. He threatened to leak private photos of my best friend unless she gave in to him. What he didn't know? I'm an attorney, and in just 45 minutes, I tracked him down, exposed his secrets, and made sure his life would never be the same. If you've ever wanted to see justice served cold to a predator who thought he was invincible, this is your story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for a tale of digital karma served by someone who doesn't miss. She called me around midnight, shaky voice, barely holding it together. My best friend, let's call her Sarah, had just received a threat. Not from a stranger, exactly, but from someone she met online. They'd been talking for a few weeks. Casual flirting, a lot of banter, and eventually some personal, very personal pictures. She wasn't naive, just trusting. He seemed kind, mature, professional, until suddenly he wasn't. He flipped. The messages went from charming to venomous, threatening, demanding. If you don't meet up with me when I fly in, I'm posting everything. Everything, as in the photos she sent when she thought she was safe. She was terrified, but instead of spiraling, she called me. Because I'm not just her best friend, I'm also an attorney. And what this sick bastard didn't realize was that I take threats very personally. He was cocky, used only a screen name, said his first name was Tom, and that he worked in logistics. No last name, no city, just said he was from Europe and was visiting the US soon. Barely enough to go on, unless you know what you're doing. I asked Sarah to forward everything, every message he sent, even the ones of himself. That's where he messed up. In one of the selfies, he was wearing a polo shirt with a company logo, just barely visible. Zoom, enhance, got it. Another shot showed his motorcycle, full view of the license plate. Oh, and the pièce de résistance, a photo he sent to prove he was busy, showing his work Outlook calendar with names, schedules, and internal documents clearly on his laptop screen. Idiot. From there, it took me exactly 45 minutes to burn his anonymity to the ground. I started with the username. It led to a TikTok account. He posted travel content there. That account linked to an Instagram, and bingo, full name and city. From there, LinkedIn. His full resume, company name matched the polo in the picture. His job title, office location, even colleagues' names, all lined up with what he had said to Sarah. I had him. But I wasn't done. I took screenshots of every message he sent Sarah. Threats of revenge porn, sexually explicit workplace confessions, bragging about sleeping with an ex in his office, planning to meet Sarah for sex in the office. Then I grabbed that photo of his work laptop, the internal info on display, the workplace pictures he sent, which featured other employees clearly unaware they were being photographed. He didn't just threaten someone. He broke multiple laws and company policy in writing. By the next morning, I had a digital dossier ready to go. I sent one email from my firm, professionally written, with every piece of damning evidence attached, to the company's CEO, VP of HR, operations manager, and public relations head. Subject line: formal complaint and legal notice, employee misconduct and threat of felony-level crime. I introduced myself as an attorney acting on behalf of my client, a U.S. citizen, and detailed every disgusting threat their employee made. I laid out the photos, the license plate, the LinkedIn profile, the screenshots tying everything to him, the workplace confessions, the security violations. And then came the final blow. I informed them I would be forwarding this evidence to 1. His local law enforcement, since I now knew exactly where he lived. 2. The FBI, because threatening a U.S. citizen with revenge porn crosses federal jurisdiction. And just in case they were still considering keeping him on payroll, I made it clear If they sent him to the US as planned, I'd personally ensure he was met by federal agents at the airport. Fun fact, one of the assistant US attorneys in my district, my former law school buddy. Let's just say favors get returned quickly in our line of work. I never got a reply from the company, but Sarah did. A formal letter from HR, apologizing profusely, promising internal investigation, confirming immediate termination of the employee in question. And Tom? His accounts went dark, LinkedIn deleted, TikTok gone, Instagram scrubbed. Because just like that, he wasn't untouchable anymore. He was exposed, fired, possibly facing international charges. And for once, the predator was the one panicking. Revenge isn't always about rage. Sometimes it's about precision. You want to threaten someone, strip them of their dignity? Just remember, anonymity is a fragile thing, and justice sometimes wears a suit and tie. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and drop a comment. Have you ever seen someone think they were safe behind a screen and get exactly what they deserved? Subscribe for more stories of justice, karma, and revenge you won't believe actually happened.